Thank you all so much for supporting my channel. We've recently hit 100,000 subscribers, which is an achievement I've been striving towards for years. It's taken so much time and a monumental amount of effort, but it's thanks to you guys that I have this creative outlet and this platform to talk about my favourite game series with a massive amount of like-minded people. I remember first when I started making videos on this channel, which back then was just ramblings about the game we knew as Zelda Wii U, which obviously is now Breath of the Wild, and I was so stoked to get my first few comments because it was other people that felt the exact same way about this game that's coming out and this series that they love, and they're just happy to have a discussion about it on the internet. I know I've taken extended breaks and there have been huge gaps in upload schedules and everything like that, but I don't know how many of you know that Zeltik is just me. I don't employ any editors or writers or anything like that. The whole channel is run by me and supported of course by you guys. Without sounding a bit too cliche, it literally would not be possible without you to do what I do. That means anyone who's ever donated to my Patreon, tuned into a live stream, popped into my Discord server, even just watched any of my videos randomly in passing, even if you're not subscribed to me, subscribe. But thank you, every little bit helps support my channel and I can't thank you enough. If you've ever supported me, it doesn't matter how big or how small or in what way, just know that from the bottom of my heart I appreciate it. While it says that Zeltik has 100,000 subscribers, what it really just means is there are 100,000 people in the world who are kind enough and nerdy enough to choose to support my content, and thank you for that. So, soppy bit done, what's next? I'm going to break this video up into a couple of parts because I decided I want to do a kind of Q&A thing with you, so I dropped on Twitter and on my YouTube community section asking you guys what questions you want to hit me with. And I got quite a few, so I decided I'm going to choose 20 questions and do a little 20 question Q&A. Was Zelda U the main reason you started your YouTube channel? Yes, if you go back far enough, please don't, but if you go back far enough you'll get some really cringy videos talking about what was then Zelda Wii U but obviously is now Breath of the Wild. I used to record YouTube videos in either my garage or my car at my parents' house. I don't know why, but I thought this made the sound better. It didn't. If you go and look, it's horrendously bad quality, but if you want to have a look, see where I came from, then yeah, it was the sole reason I started my channel. I just wanted to talk about this game that I was excited for. What was your first Zelda game? Ocarina of Time. I mentioned in my Odyssey review that my parents had a Nintendo 64 when I was 2 or 3 or something like that. So they'd play like Super Mario 64 or whatever, and I'd be kind of, I don't know, doing whatever babies do in the corner of the room. And then when I was old enough, I'd play Ocarina of Time on it. But I never got past Dodongo's Cavern because it terrified me. It still does. If you look at it, it's actually a really scary dungeon. And that music. Top 10 themes or songs from across the whole canon. I might actually do a top 5 Zelda songs video, so without putting much thought into it now, I'll go Great Sea, Grandma's Theme, Calamity Ganon Appears, Song of Storms, Hyrule Field, Kokiri Forest, Fee's Lament, Outset Island, Wind Waker main theme, and Ocarina of Time title theme. If I could remake any Zelda game for the Switch, what would it be? Minish Cap. A lot of you will probably know it's my favourite 2D Zelda. It's actually incredible. I might do a video talking about it one day. But yeah, I'd love that on the Switch. Apart from Zelda, what are you a big fan of? Except for Zelda, mainly Super Smash Bros. I try and play competitively. Sometimes fail, but you know, it's part of the game, isn't it? Favourite non-Zelda game? Probably Skyrim. Just kind of, I remember getting that in 2011 and thinking it was mind-blowing. And it still is incredible, I still play that a lot. All-time favourite Zelda character? That has to be Wind Waker Ganon. I think out of all the, not even just villains, all characters in the series, I think he's got the most depth and like the most reason behind his actions. Have you ever tried publishing your own stories? Not yet, but it's on my bucket list. It's something I want to do, maybe, I don't know, later in life. I'm a huge fan of fantasy, especially the fantasy worlds that fantasy books that focus on their world building, like Tolkien obviously, but then King Killer Chronicle as well by Patrick Rothfuss, Song of Ice and Fire, everything like that. I love worlds that have like proper depth to them. You know, when you open a book and it has a map on the first page, that I like that, and that's how you know it's going to be a good book. So I think at some point, eventually, I'd like to write a series or like a book. I don't know what it'd be on, but yeah, it's definitely on my bucket list. Which scientific field is your favourite? Well, I studied chemistry and biology at A-level, so they're kind of ruined for me. I hate them. That's bad memories. So probably physics. I like the stars, I like space. Yeah, I'll go with physics. Would you be down for a Zelda game called Ocarina of Time? Would I like another mature Zelda like Twilight Princess? Absolutely. It's one of my favourite Zelda games. It's really cool. Yeah, definitely. What are my future plans for the channel? P.S. You deserve every one of your subscribers and more. You're one of my favourite YouTubers. Thank you. That means a lot. And my future plans I'm going to go over at the end of the video. What's your favourite bit of Wind Waker? Why do you love it so much? I wouldn't say there's one bit that makes it my favourite Zelda game. I don't know, it's just everything. Everything's perfect. It looks so good visually, especially the HD one. The music's amazing, the story's fantastic, and like as a kid it seemed endless. Like you'd never run out of islands. It was incredible. So I don't know, equal parts nostalgia and it's just a really good game. Why the name Zeltik? I've answered this before on a couple live streams, but the origin, in case like you hadn't figured it out, obviously the Zel is from Zelda, but the story behind it is, so I was a kid, I was like 10 years old or something, I was playing Wind Waker. I remember I was going through Ganon's Tower, and my friend was over at my house, and he was creating an account for RuneScape. So he says, oh, like the name Zelda's cool, I might call myself Zelda. And me being, 10-year-old was like,
yeah, that's a girl's name, you can't call yourself Zelda.
So then he came up with the name Zeltik, and when I decided to start a Zelda channel, I was like, that's a cool name, I'm going to steal that. So, sorry Caleb, I stole your name. What is my career outside of YouTube? Well, I don't have one at the moment. Like I said, I'm still at uni. I'm in my third year of uni now. And yeah, that's something I'm going to have to figure out afterwards. I'm doing graphic design at university. So something in that sphere, I don't know. We'll see where life goes. Do you watch any anime? No, not really. It's not really my cup of tea. Dragon Ball Z being an exception, that is one of my favourite series of all time. But other than that, no, not hugely. How old are you? 22. This guy here seems to have snuck 5 questions in one, so let's do a quick fire round. Yes, Vader, linearity, no, Ricky Gervais, and the Switch. If I could create DLC for any existing Zelda game, which would it be? I would go for Wind Waker, surprise surprise, but just because there was a few dungeons that were planned for that game and then cut, that I think would be really cool to kind of add back in to kind of complete it, because it does it falls a bit short in terms of number of dungeons towards the end. Like Fire Mountain, where you get the power bracelets, that kind of mini Death Mountain near Dragon Roost, that was originally planned to be a much larger dungeon, and like Aonuma said now that dungeon's been reworked and kind of added to other Zelda games, the bits that were kind of still there. So it's never going to happen, but I still think that'd be my one pick. So there you go, hope we're a little bit more acquainted now. I might do stuff like that more in the future, maybe on live streams, I don't know. But now let's go over the plan. 2018 was a busy one. I started a new relationship with my wonderful girlfriend, finished my second year and moved into my third year of university, and grew this channel by around 30,000 subscribers. Now I'm in my third and final year of university, which is even more stressful in that regard. I love doing YouTube, and the fact that it can sustain me now is amazing. But the work I have to put in currently, split between running a YouTube channel and being in my last year of university, is pretty insane sometimes. And although I've put in insane amounts of work to get here, get where I am right now, I can't say truthfully that I've given you guys my all yet. You guys haven't seen everything I can do, and I owe it to you. I feel you guys deserve it for showing me so much support. I feel you guys deserve the best content that I can make. So by the end of this year, I want to try YouTube full time. And I know it might not work. This bubble that I'm in might kind of pop and fizzle out, and if it does, then that's fine. I gave it a shot. But I think later in life I'd regret it if I didn't go hard now and give you guys everything I can. But as I said, yeah, 100,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. Thanks to each and every person who supported me in every way. Thank you so much to anyone who supported me on Patreon. Thank you so much to anyone who joined or talks or especially moderated in my Discord server. Thank you to every one of you who has followed me on Twitter or Instagram or kind of followed me somewhere outside of YouTube. Thank you to Music Proposition, who composed my intro theme, and all of the amazing musical artists that allow me to use their music in my videos, and that goes the same for digital or otherwise artists who allow me to use their artwork in thumbnails and videos and everything like that. Thank you to all of my YouTube friends as well, especially those who supported me when I was a lot smaller. That mainly goes for my friends in the Chamber of Sages, but obviously there's a few others as well. So yeah, I didn't think I'd get here, and I'm very happy I am, and it's all thanks to you. I appreciate you all so much more than you know. Thank you. Hello and welcome to my top 10 things I want to see in Zelda Wii U. It is Zeltik.
Hello again everyone, it is Zeltik bringing you more Zelda Wii U news. At least the tiny
I went into 2016 with a little over 3,000 subscribers and 300,000 views, I think. And now I'm coming out of it with just over 31,000 subscribers and just under 3 million views. It's such a weird feeling that I can just turn on a camera and there'll be thousands of people on the other side listening to what I have to say. It's such a strange thing that I've now got a platform and now have an audience, and I'm so thankful for that.
And of course, again, I have to give a massive thank you to everyone who donated during my live stream to basically pay for my trip to Sweden.
Breath of the Wild, overall, is amazing. That's all there is to it. It's so easy to get lost in Hyrule, so easy to get distracted from your main objectives, so easy to fall in love with the visuals, the towns, and characters.
How's it going, and welcome to a new series on the channel, Links to the Past.